of social media sleuths has taken over the search for Summer Wells. We have talked about it just a little bit on my channel, but recently a group of YouTubers, TikTokers, couple YouTubers, TikToker, and a Facebooker have went to Rogersville, and they've talked to the police. They've talked to friends of the family. And yeah, they've also walked around the land to see what they think. But they actually have claimed some pretty shocking stuff. I want to go through that with you guys. First, though, I want to show you the local newspaper did a piece on them coming, and I want to show you guys the video clips from that, and then we'll be right back.
I look in these trips to see what we can accomplish, how we can help solve a problem. There's a problem when we come out to a job, that means that somebody's either missing or dead. And if we can give anybody just a little bit of information that can help solve that case, just a little bit, we've done our job well. If law enforcement doesn't start doing something and start, letting people know what's going on, because right now we feel that this child has been failed for 6 solid months. Nothing has moved on this case. And if we need to start applying pressure, we're going to start applying pressure. This was a fact-finding mission.
Okay, so that sounds pretty good to me. I think that, anybody who is willing to put in the effort to find out more information, that can never hurt.
As far as law enforcement goes, we do follow the rules. We gave Hawkins County a heads up in person, told them our plans. We did the footwork for hours, went to City Hall, did everything that we possibly could, and we told them of our plans to go up there and see what we could scope out.
Pressure breaks pipes. Law enforcement, there's a tremendous amount of pressure to solve crimes that are unsolved. And, by being out there, it's forcing law enforcement to act and do something, because if they don't, then they're looked bad upon. Probably just because to keep her name in the spotlight and compel the local sheriffs here, the Hawkins County Sheriff and the TBI, to do something, because nothing has been done. They're at like a stalemate here. It's been 6 months and they still don't have answers. Nothing has been progressed with this case. We don't want the case to go cold. We want Summer's life mattered. Summer's life matters. She was a 5-year-old beautiful girl, and her life matters. And hopefully she can be found safe.
Okay, so I actually like that part because I think that even if there isn't new information, the police could be doing updates, press conferences, talking to us. They know that the public interest is extremely high on this case. And not only that, but it's getting cold outside. And, once it snows, it's going to be really hard to search. So I like that part.
This is all possible because of our donors online. We have various social media platforms, TikTok, YouTube. This would not have been possible with people online that donate to us, and they help us out. All the money goes to our food and our transportation, our lodging.
I have a very dedicated, loving community that actually sponsored us through donations. My Patreons, my subscribers, and my members were able to pay for everyone's rooms, all of our meals, gas, my plane tickets, anything that we really need. Another cost is, printing out flyers and getting, things rolling. All those incur costs, and it's because of the donations.
People wouldn't fund us if they didn't believe in us, if they didn't see the work that we did, that we documented, they didn't see the positive outcomes that are coming. Well, a lot of these don't end in positive outcomes, but they realize that we are getting somewhere. They see what we are doing, they see what we're able to accomplish, and they want to support that. They want to make sure that we move forward. They want to make sure, we're down in Florida, we're over in Utah, we're in Wyoming, we're now in Tennessee. This stuff costs real money, and this is a full-time job.
So I don't really have anything to say about that, but before we go any further, I wanted to insert this screenshot so you could see everyone's name, so you can find them yourself if you don't know who these creators are.
But that's what we did. We let them know our presence was there and that we were going to be, poking around. So we'll leave it at that. Secondly, the second day we went back there, we actually had a lot of information to give them. We had people that had not been spoken to by law enforcement that appeared to have some information that they needed to hear. There was a young boy that that's been absolutely traumatized by certain events. And that young boy, I really truly, like, the family doesn't come from, a lot of means, financial means to get that child some help. So I kind of asked, the officers, because I felt bad for him. This kid needs help. They don't have the resources. So hopefully they can expel, the county can expel some resources to help this kid. Apparently there were some profound changes. The family didn't understand what's going on with him. So hopefully, he can get some things off his chest and help law enforcement. And, we explained to law enforcement that we really truly believe that might help. I mean, it'll help the kid. It might help the case.
Okay, so that clip was taken from Andra's YouTube channel. Andra is also known as Bullhorn Betty. She is the woman who was down in front of the laundry home with the bullhorn. That's really interesting. I would love to know who this child is. I will say I don't have the clip, but I think it was with Molly Golightly. I don't know whose channel it was, but you guys, could reach out to them and ask them. They mentioned something about the swimming hole, and that that something more must have happened if this boy was traumatized. So that leads me to believe it may be somebody that we already know and have talked about quite a bit. I'm not going to say their name because I could be totally wrong, but that is really interesting. I think that it's good that they're passing all this information on to police. I'll be looking forward to seeing if anything comes of it.
That all goes. We have, ex-friends telling us some really rotten stories. Guys, these kids didn't get baths but once a week. I mean, if that. These kids, everybody.
Okay, so that also came from Bullhorn Betty, the YouTube channel, which is Andra's channel. That's a very heavy thing to say, and they say that they have everything recorded, so I will be looking forward to seeing a lot of this. I don't really have a opinion on it. I just wanted to bring you the information that I could, that a way that we could go on together and make, informed choices about what we believe or how we feel. And yes, I had to laugh because I said that away. I mean, I was born and raised in West Virginia. Okay, so now we're going to go through some of the tweets from Jonathan Lee Riches. He is one of the members of this little sleuth squad. Right here, he says, "We will do everything in our power to make sure DCS never returns those boys to the Wells home. It's a house of horrors." And I wanted to bring this tweet in particular because it shows how strong of a stance these folks have. Okay, and the next one, he basically just says how awful he thinks these people are. He says their track records prove it. I will say they said they've gotten the arrest records and, 911 calls from the Wells residents. So I'll be looking forward to hearing those. This is very interesting to me. He says, "I emailed Wisconsin sheriff informing him ex-friends of Candace are claiming that Candace told them that Rosemarie Bly was buried under a cement driveway at the Bly's former Wisconsin home." Then he attached a photo of the email. And also a photo of Rose's missing flyer. Okay, so I do want to say I very much appreciate anyone who wants to help find Summer Wells, and especially all the people who donated and stuff like that to help make their trip happen. I don't believe they're being dishonest. I think they're being genuine with their opinions, but I don't believe that we should just automatically have the same opinion they have. They are firsthand talking to people who know these folks. We're not. We're kind of just getting it as hearsay, and I think we probably will see the footage, but even then, we don't know what the police have. And do things look pretty shady? Absolutely. Does that prove that one of these parents hurt Summer or they know what happened to her. And I don't believe it does. Until we have more information, I don't think that it would be, safe to say for 100% that we know what happened or that they know what happened. So anyways, that's all I have for today, you guys. I love you all so very much, and I will hope to do a live stream and talk to you soon. Okay, bye.